Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed colleagues and distinguished speakers, in the name of Dr. Marwan Sakran, the director of Bitlisaniyat Academy, the vice director Dr. Safiya Qasas, the Dr. Abdulkader Mtwati, and the director of linguistics research and language planning team, and Professor Yassin Jamal Idrisi, the executive director of the academy, and all members of this international house of linguistics. I welcome you all to this international conference on artificial intelligence and scientific research, organized by the Linguistics Research and Language Planning Team. It's both an honor and a pleasure to see you, so many didactic professors and professionals gathering and following us today to explore the profound impact of artificial intelligence on our research practices and educational methodologies. As we navigate through an era defined by rapid technological advancement, artificial intelligence stands out as a transformative force across human and social sciences, culture, linguistics, research, and multiple disciplines. This conference that will enhance our understanding and inspire innovative approaches to scientific inquiry. Throughout the day or throughout these sessions, we will examine a range of critical topics. Our first panel will focus on developing good research questions in the age of artificial intelligence, addressing how these technologies can assist us in formulating insightful inquiries while also highlighting potential challenges. Dr. Benzhaf, Busheib Benzhaf, will lead us through this important discussion. Following this, we will delve into the ethical considerations in artificial assisted literature reviews with Prof. Ismail Dahya, emphasized on the importance of maintaining ethical integrity as we integrate artificial intelligence or artificial intelligence powered tools into our research process. Dr. Aziz Qaisi will then guide us into exploring the thematic analysis of qualitative data, pushing the boundaries of traditional methodologies. In the second session, we will our focus to conducting literature reviews using artificial intelligence by Professor Elarj Reem. This session will provide insights into the practical applications of artificial intelligence in stimulating literature reviews while addressing the challenges that researchers might face. Professor Belal Amedyaz will with a presentation on improving through artificial intelligence tools, offering us a glimpse into how these technologies can elevate our research outcomes. By the end, we will hear from Professor Mohammed Idrisi, who will discuss in embracing artificial intelligence uh, in English language instruction. He will highlight the artificial intelligence potential to enhance teaching methodologies and learners' engagement. Throughout this session, I encourage you all to engage actively in the discussions through writing your questions and comments within the live chat. Your insights and questions are welcome. Uh, as we embrace on this intellectual journey together, let us keep in mind that our goal is not only to understand artificial intelligence and its impact on research, but also to raise questions for future research. Thank you for being with us today. I look forward to this to an enlightening and inspiring conference filled with meaningful exchange of ideas. First, let us begin our first session with Dr. Bushay bin Zahaf, the head of Department of English Studies at the Faculty of Letters and Humanities and at Shuaib Khali University in Jeddah. He holds a doctorate in second and foreign language learning from the same institution and actively involved in research through applied in language and culture studies lab, founding member of and Secretary General of the local branch of the Moroccan Association of Teachers of English, MATE. Dr. Bin Zahaf research focuses on language acquisition, multilingualism, and assessment with over 30 publications in national and international journals. His work has made significant contributions to the discussion of various fields. Let us join the presentation of developing good research questions in the age of artificial intelligence, opportunities and challenges by Dr. Mizhaf. Dr. Mizhaf, the floor is yours. With us today. Let's move to Mr. Dahya again. Mr. Dahya, could you elaborate on the specific ways artificial intelligence tools enhance the efficiency of literature reviews, and how do they compare to traditional methods in terms of time and accuracy?
Okay, so the most important thing when you have, for instance, we have research to conduct has to do with the title. So you have a title, you want, for instance, to identify the research gap. Okay, you have some research questions, and the research questions lead you to, identifying the research gap. What you are going to say focus on exactly. Okay, and again, to identify the gap, the research gap, you have to do a lot of readings. So it might take you again weeks and weeks to just identify the research gap, and this is because you will be required to read, I say, tens of articles and books, okay, on that specific topic of yours, and this again can be easily done using again reliable AI tools like ChatGPT and Grok, the recently emerged AI tool. Okay, and so AI in this case can reduce the amount of time spent on works or tasks that can be easily done, okay, in a minute or in 5 minutes, okay. And even though if it takes 1 day to do, you will still have again the time to verify whatever given you by the AI, okay. And this verification comes, for instance, when you just check whether the sources, the scholars given by the AI are actually true or not. And so I have come across, for example, some issues with the use of AI. For instance, you might ask ChatGPT to give you maybe scholars who specialize in translation, for instance, okay? And you take that scholar, you go to Google and try to find out whether this scholar has actually said what AI purports to, okay? And then you find out that this scholar doesn't actually exist. That the title of the work given by AI doesn't actually exist. So everything is propagated.
Yeah,
everything is propagated.
Yeah, this is hallucinations.
Hallucinations, yes. Okay. As I said, there are no exceptions to any AI. Okay, when it comes to hallucinations, when it comes to the fabrication of data. Okay, and so if you, for instance, use a fabricated data, okay, AI will not be held accountable for that. So you will be held accountable for whatever misuse, whatever misdemeanor comes from your part. So it is your responsibility as a researcher, again, to cross-check, to verify all the data, all the resources, all the information or the ideas presented or produced by AI.
Thank you. In your opinion, what are the key skills researchers should develop to effectively integrate artificial intelligence into the literature review process while maintaining the integrity of their research?
There is a new skill now that's emerged with the emergence of AI, okay, which is prompt engineering. And so sometimes you might have experience, for instance, you ask AI to a question maybe, okay, and you find out that the question is maybe misunderstood or misinterpreted by the AI tool, okay, and again you try to rephrase the question, and the more you rephrase, the more you detail, the more accurate, maybe satisfying the answers are, okay. And so as a researcher, we have to know how to communicate with AI to use them in your advantage.
Thank you so much, Mr. Dahya. Thank you, Mr. Professor Ben Zahaf. Now let's move to Professor Belal Amedyaz, who has been didactic educator since 2011. He holds a BA in English and a master in linguistics from Qadiyad University. Currently, he is a part-time lecturer at both the Faculty of Letters in Mohammedia and the Faculty of Science in Rabat. As a PhD student in applied linguistics, Mr. Amedyaz focuses on language planning and policy, exploring the complexities of language use in educational context. He will share with us valuable insights into improving scientific research using artificial intelligence tools. The floor is yours, Mr. Belal. Yes, okay. Please activate the mic. It's not activated.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. I hope you are doing great. First of all, I would like to thank Bitlisaniyat Academy for giving us the floor to present on the issue of artificial intelligence and its impact on scientific research. My contribution is entitled Improving Scientific Research Using Artificial Intelligence Tools. In this presentation, I will focus just on 5 artificial intelligence tools, which, among others, have proven their efficacy and utility in research. These tools are Zotero, Mendeley, Elicit, Paperpal, and Quillbot. Concerning introduction. Yes, concerning introduction, the integration of artificial intelligence has played a major role in changing academic landscape in recent years. The rapid development of artificial intelligence is transforming how researchers conduct studies, manage research reviews, and analyze data using artificial intelligence research tools. Actually, these tools use machine learning, natural language processing, and predictive analytics to enhance research efficiency and accuracy. With artificial intelligence-powered research tools, scholars can discover new studies, extract key insights, and organize data with minimal manual efforts. This presentation investigates features, advantages, and weaknesses of AI tools. Simultaneously, it suggests how to make fair use of AI tools for enhancing research, namely, as I have mentioned earlier, Elicit, Zotero, Mendeley, Quillbot, and Paperpal. Concerning the first one, tool, which is yes, the first one is Mendeley. Mendeley is a powerful reference management software that offers a range of features to help researchers, students, and academics organize their research papers, articles, and other sources in digital library. It was founded in 2008 by a group of PhD students who were struggling to organize and manage their research papers and citations. With Mendeley, researchers can import and manage references from a variety of sources, including online databases, websites, and PDF files. Now let's move on to key features of Mendeley. Concerning key features of Mendeley, I just I just choose 7 among others. The first one of the first feature related to Mendeley is that it provides the ability to generate bibliographies and citations in different citation styles such as APA, MLA, and Chicago. The second one is that it allows users to import references from various sources, including online databases, websites, and PDF files. The third feature is that it automatically generates citations and bibliographies in different citation styles such as APA, MLA, and Chicago, as mentioned. The fourth one is that it facilitates reading, annotating, and highlighting PDFs. Since Mendeley PDF Viewer allows users to read, annotate, and highlight their PDFs within their citation library, this can help users stay organized and keep track of their notes and thoughts. This fifth one is that it assists in importing papers from other research softwares. Mendeley allows users to import papers from other research softwares such as EndNotes and RefWorks. And here I just want to add that both EndNotes and RefWorks are reference management software packages used to manage bibliographies and reference when writing reports, articles. And the only difference between these two is that RefWorks requires no downloading, since it is accessed via just a username and a password. And the sixth feature related to Mendeley is that it helps in finding relevant papers based on what you are reading. Mendeley's related papers feature suggests other research papers that might be relevant based on what you are currently reading. This can help users discover new research and expand their knowledge. And last but not least, it allows researchers build a professional presence with their Mendeley profile. Mendeley allows users to create a profile that showcases their research and academic achievements. This can help users build a professional presence and connect with other researchers in their field. And now, let's move to question is this is related to weaknesses of Mendeley. In the first slide, I have mentioned, let's say, pros or advantages of Mendeley. Now, in this slide, I will focus on weaknesses of Mendeley. And here, I just depended upon 7 weaknesses relating to Mendeley, which are the following. The first one is that it cannot detect duplicate references of PDFs. The second one is that it is not compatible with Google Docs. The third one is that it is no longer provides desktop option like other tools can provide. And the fourth one is that it is no longer provides updates for desktop option, and it has limited annotation features. The sixth limitation or con, if you want, is that it is limited to free storage. It has just only 2 gigabytes for cloud storage, and the last one is that it requires users to create an account to use the software. And now let's move on to the second tool, which is Zotero. Yes, it is well known, and it is used by researchers. Zotero is developed in 2006 by George Mason University Center for History and New Media. The name Zotero originates from the Albanian language, which means to master or acquire. Zotero is a free, open source research tool that helps researchers to collect, organize, and analyze research and share it in a variety of ways. It interacts seamlessly with online sources. When it serves, it senses users are viewing a book, article, or other object on the web. Zotero was built as a Firefox extension, which means it only works with that browser. Here, the browser is Firefox. Hence, for backup and convenience of access, the user can set up a web account for Zotero, which is then synced with the application on her or his computer as a free open source plugin for the Firefox browser. Once installed, the user simply clicks on an icon in the address bar to save the citation information in one's library without navigating away from the web page. At present, Zotero has an alpha version of an independent desktop client, which is Zotero standalone, which will work on Mac OS, Windows, and Linux, offering independence from the Firefox browser. Concerning the limitations or let's now discuss features of Zotero. Zotero is capable of much more than just saving sources and creating citations or bibliographies. It can also take several more roles in research workflow, like organizing and labeling items. The second one is reading and annotating PDFs. The third one is recognizing data and metadata. The fourth one, supporting dragging and dropping feature. The fifth one is duplicating or duplicating large collections of items. And the last one is allowing users to create groups, collections, and sub-collections for future reference. Concerning weaknesses of Zotero, the first disadvantage, or if you want, or weakness, is that Zotero only provides 300 megabytes of free space. However, extra space may be purchased, which means that the user has to pay if he wants to benefit from much free space. The second one is that Zotero does not automatically prevent and move duplicate items, so this can be done manually. And the third one is that it has fewer styles if it is compared to other software like EndNote, for example. As I have mentioned when I discussed the materials connected to Mendeley. The fourth one is style editing and creation in Zotero can be challenging. The quick search bar can search for references within a single group library, but not across all group libraries at the same time. Now let's move on to the third AI tool, which is Elicit. Elicit is an innovative artificial intelligence power tool designed to revolutionize the way researchers handle their work, enhancing efficiency and accuracy in academic research. This advanced platform automates several research tasks, including summarizing academic papers, extracting key data points, and synthesizing research findings into coherent themes. Elicit allows users to effortlessly search through an extensive database of 125 million academic papers, providing quick one-sentence summarizes and detailed instructions in organized tables. Elicit offers various pricing plans tailored to different research needs. namely catering to students, independent researchers, and professionals. While illicit excels in empirical research domains, it is less suited for non-empirical studies or areas not extensively covered in academic literature. Users then are encouraged to verify the AI-generated data, ensuring reliability and precision in their research outcomes. Concerning the features relating to illicit, here I have chosen 9 among others. In fact, there are plenty, so many features relating to each, not just illicit, but to each AI tool. The first one is one sentence summaries, quickly grasp the essence of research papers with concise one sentence abstracts, enhancing initial understanding and selection efficiency. The second feature is data extraction tables, automatically organized, which means that illicit automatically organizes extracted data from multiple papers into structured tables, facilitating easy comparison and analysis. The third feature is written to thematic synthesis. Illicit helps in identifying and combining common themes across various papers, aiding in the synthesis of broad research findings and insights. And the fourth feature of illicit is that interactive questioning. Illicit pose specific questions to the AI about research papers and receive targeted answers deepening understanding of complex topics. The fifth feature is related to PDF upload capability. Conveniently upload and analyze PDF documents directly, allowing the tool to process and summarize content seamlessly. Multi-year pricing offers illicit offers flexible subscription plans tailored to different user needs, from students to professional researchers, ensuring affordability and accessibility. And the seventh feature is about collaboration tools. Illicit helps share findings and collaborate directly within the platform, enhancing teamwork and streaming research efforts among colleagues. And the eighth feature relating to illicit is that visual data representation. Illicit transforms complex data into visual formats like graphs and charts, making analysis more accessible and understandable. And the last feature is historical data comparison. Illicit compares current research findings with historical data to identify trends, changes, and advancements over time. Now, Ahmed, let's move to weaknesses of illicit. The first one is abstract oversimplification. One sentence summaries may oversimplify complex research, potentially omitting critical nuances and leading to misinterpretations. The second weakness is related to data relevance variability, which means that the automated extraction of data into tables might not always prioritize the most relevant information, affecting the quality of analysis. And the third disadvantage or weakness relating to illicit is the theme generalization risk, which means that thematic synthesis could generalize unique research specifics, which might overshadow unique insights in favor of broader themes. And the fourth weakness is limited interactive depths. Interactive questioning may not always grasp the full depth or context of the research, leading to incomplete or superficial answers. And the last disadvantage or weakness is related to PDF format dependency. Relying solely or only on PDF uploads may exclude valuable content in other formats, limiting the scope of research materials that can be analyzed. And now let's move to the fourth tool, which is Quillbot. Quillbot is a unique paraphrasing tool that can take the user's text and spin it around to generate more versions of it. This tool is super easy to use. The user or the researcher can just sign up on its website and it will take him or her to its interface. Then she or he can simply enter the text in the text box and click on paraphrase to start paraphrasing. It is effortless. It is an effortless tool and creates a spin-off or new version of text in no time, which means that Quillbot is a tool which is specified mostly on paraphrasing. Concerning the features of Quillbot, yes, Quillbot features. The first one is that it is a grammar checker. Yes, it corrects grammar, spell check punctuation, and correct multiple of grammatical errors. There is also a free essay checker, punctuation checker, proofreader, and other tools to help boost academic performance. The second feature is that Quillbot is a paraphraser. Quillbot's paraphrasing tool helps rewrite and enhance any sentence, paragraph, or article for fluency using artificial intelligence. The third feature is that it is related to plagiarism checker, which means that Quillbot deals with plagiarism. It ensures proper authorship and citations, and it is also a summarizer. Quillbot summarizer can condense articles, papers, or documents down to the key points instantly in two ways: key sentence and paragraph mode. And the fifth feature is citation generator. Quillbot is makes easy. It helps to easily create full and in-text citations in thousands of formats, and it is also a co-writer, all-in-one writing space that combines online research capabilities, note-taking, and artificial intelligence-assisted autocomplete to give the user a seamless writing and research experience without ever having to leave the page. It is also a translator, no matter what the user or the researcher is writing. If he or she needs to use another language, Quillbot is an appropriate tool. And now, let's move on to weaknesses of Quillbot. Here I mentioned just 5 weaknesses. But concerning all the features and weaknesses that I mentioned related to each artificial intelligence tools, they have many, but I just specify one and choose between 5 to 9 among others. The first weakness is that it is only two writing modes, which are available for free, which means the other modes are paid off. The second one is open artificial intelligence GPT. Writing is unavailable. It is unavailable when using Quillbot. And the third one is that there is no artificial intelligence content detection feature, yes, when using Quillbot. And the fourth one is that written to manual intervention is usually required, which means that Quillbot cannot, finish the tasks, all the tasks, which means that the researcher, yes, can, interact manually, And the fifth one, or the last one, is that both free and paid plans have character limitations in place. And now, Sihmed, let's move on to the last one, which is PaperPal. PaperPal is an innovative artificial intelligence powered tool specifically designed to enhance the quality and efficiency of academic writing. It provides real-time, subject-specific language suggestions that help researchers or users refine their manuscripts to meet the rigorous standards of academic publishing, with features that extend beyond simple language corrections to include plagiarism detection and research assistance. PaperPal is a comprehensive solution for academic writers. It is widely trusted by universities, publishers, and individual researchers worldwide, thanks to its ability to offer context-sensitive enhancements and adherence to academic writing conventions. Concerning the features of PaperPal, here we have 6 features. The first one is that real-time language suggestions. PaperPal provides instant context-aware language corrections tailored to academic writing, enhancing clarity and adherence to conventions. The second feature deals with plagiarism detection. PaperPal integrates advanced plagiarism checking tools to ensure the originality of academic work, crucial for maintaining integrity in scholarly writing. And the third feature is written to research assistance. PaperPal offers support in sourcing and citing relevant academic literature, streaming the research process for more efficient writing. And the fourth feature deals with manuscript review service. PaperPal delivers expert reviews for manuscripts, offering detailed feedback to improve the structure, content, and presentation of academic papers. The fifth feature deals with artificial intelligence writing assistance. PaperPal utilizes or uses artificial intelligence to provide suggestions on improving writing style, grammar and syntax tailored specifically for academic texts. And the last feature is about data security and privacy. PaperPal ensures high standards of data protection and user privacy, since it allows writers to focus on their content without concerns about data misuse. And now, Sihmed, let's move on to weaknesses of PaperPal. Yes, the first weakness is that dependency on connectivity. This tool requires a stable internet connection to across all features, potentially limiting usage in areas with poor connectivity. The second weakness is related to complex interface navigation. The multitude of features might overwhelm new users, making the learning curve steeper than simpler platforms. The third weakness is related to limited offline functionality. Most features relating to paper poll, including real-time suggestions and plagiarism checks, are unavailable without an internet connection, which means that the most weakness relating to paper poll is connectivity. And the fourth weakness deals with generic feedback issues, since artificial intelligence-driven feedback may not fully grasp unique academic arguments or specialized intent, leading to less personalized advice. And last but not least, update dependency. Frequent updates are necessary to maintain tool effectiveness, which might interrupt the workflow and requires adaptation. Thank you. Thank you so much. I have just to add that Sehmat.
Yes, Mr. Bilal, thank you so much for for sharing with us this ideas related to these tools that researchers can use while conducting research. You mentioned Mendeley, which is linked or associated with Scopus, that includes a lot of AI tools in its huge platform, when we can find the research and articles that may benefit us. There are also tools like anti-plagiarism tools that include artificial intelligence within them. There is also the possibility of using Microsoft Office, which includes tools that facilitates automatic citation and also voice recognition. Let's move quickly to the discussion. Let's go back to Professor Reem. What strategies do you recommend for advancing the benefits of artificial intelligence, like automated citation generation and language refinement?
Sorry, can you repeat your question?
What strategies or tools do you recommend for balancing the benefits of artificial intelligence tools?
I mean, as I mentioned earlier, the use of AI is revolutionizing the way research is conducted and literature reviews, even literature reviews. So, as I mentioned in my presentation, there are a lot of AI-powered tools that can make it easier for researchers to conduct literature review. This may include AI tools that can help in identifying and summarizing relevant papers, detecting plagiarism, formatting citations. But the main thing that researchers or students should keep in mind is that AI is to be used as a tool and not a source.
Thank you. In your research, what ethical considerations emerged as most critical when implementing artificial intelligence tools? Do you have some worries about ethical considerations that researchers may face while trying to integrate artificial intelligence in their research?
Sure. So, for the ethical considerations, the main problem to mention here is the over reliance, as many students tend to over rely on artificial intelligence and neglect their critical and analytical skills.
Yeah, indeed. There is also that challenge of access. For example, not all students have the same possibility of getting access to artificial intelligence tools. And even in our universities, as professors or as PhD students, we found that there are some students who benefit from access to several platforms, while others are not. Let's move to Professor Bilal Amedyaz. What are some of the primary challenges researchers may face while integrating artificial intelligence, in your opinion?
Um, One of the challenges is that it is not easy. First of all, it is not easy for a researcher to choose between artificial intelligence tools, which means that there exist some tools which are alike, and the difference maybe sometimes just in the fact that one tool is paid for and the other is free, or that another tool is provide services but in a limited way, which means that the researcher can benefit from the part which is free, and he or she can or has to pay for the rest. Another challenge is that as the colleagues have mentioned earlier, is the absence of, if I can say, of the human essence. Depending fully on or fully depending on artificial intelligence makes it has merits. Some of those merits I can mention here too: efficiency and automation. Since artificial intelligence tools can automate repetitive tasks, which can make the researcher or help him or her to save time in her or his research, and reduce the risk of human, errors. The second merit that I can mention here is data analysis. The artificial intelligence play a pivotal role or an important role in the process of analyzing vast, number or amounts of data quickly. For example, if you allow me to go back to what Professor Lim has tackled, a researcher can, spend months, just on literature review. But with the use of artificial intelligence tools, he can save, 2/3 if or more of that time. Another challenge is relating to what? Another challenge of depending upon artificial intelligence tools can be summarized in the following. For example, if a researcher or a user depend on artificial intelligence tools, his work, lacks what I mean by the human human impact, if I can say. Sometimes as a lecturer at the university, it can happen that students, for example, in writing can cheat, and use their phones, for example, and can depend upon this to generate, for example, writing. And as a professor, or when you correct, you can find that all the materials, cited are nationalized, are just like they came from a machine, not from a human, Yes, Ahmed.
Indeed. Thank you so much for all valuable information that you shared with us in this discussion. I think there is also researchers face this problem of ethical considerations. All time they think about while using artificial intelligence, they think, do I respect the research ethics and so on. So we still need more research related to ethics that are related to using artificial intelligence in while conducting research. Now
Yes.
let's move to Mr. Idris. Yeah, yes, okay, Mr. Bilal.
If you allow me, I can conclude with this. Despite the significance, and usefulness of artificial intelligence tools, which play an important role in simplifying, the tasks relating to research, as we are working today on the relationship between or the impact of research of artificial intelligence tools or artificial intelligence generally on research. Researchers, can, make use of artificial intelligence since it is a mass and it is something which is worldwide use. Not just in research but in in other fields and other sectors. But they have, not to fully depend on this, but for the sake, as Professor Ben Zahaf has already mentioned, for the sake of human creativity, and if it happens and the researcher makes use of artificial intelligence, he or she has to limit, to use these tools in a limited way and in a critical way. Thank you so much, dear Ahmed and colleagues.
Thank you so much. Mr. Idrisi, what
Yes,
specific artificial intelligence tools or what specific platforms have Moroccan AFL teachers found most useful related to your study?
well, yes. Well, according to my findings, I found that ChatGPT is widely used by Moroccan AFL teachers from a specific perspective. Teachers in middle tier widely use ChatGPT as a tool for generating lesson plans, quizzes, and also assignments for their students. This is it. But this doesn't mean that it's the only used tool. Of course, there are many other tools that are widely used. But from a research perspective, like my colleagues have already mentioned, Grammarly, other tools like Quillbot, and this is it. But from an educational perspective, I think that DeepSeek, Chinese version, and ChatGPT are widely used from an educational perspective.
Do you think that students benefit from teachers' use of artificial intelligence in generating lesson plans and in preparing the lessons?
Well, I would say that the use of ChatGPT is somehow positive and negative. Positive if we don't, for example, take everything for granted given by ChatGPT, and also we should not blindly adopt and take whatever given to us by ChatGPT and take it quickly to our students. Critical thinking, analysis, and let's say revision and modification are of paramount importance, strategies that should be adopted by teachers before presenting or dealing with any AI content. Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Idrisi. We still have another question that is for us all.
Yes.
How can we use artificial intelligence to find the research gap or research gaps? If you can provide any ideas related to this question. This was launched by Abdullah Abu Tahri. How can we use artificial intelligence tools to find the research gap?
Well, I think generally speaking, AI should be used as it's at the end of the day, it's a tool. Okay, it's a tool. It shouldn't replace the human mind and the human creativity and the human touch. Yes, over dependence of AI tools for identifying research gaps is a risk. Sure. And this, of course, might threaten the way research is conducted in the future. So we should use, I think that my opinion regarding this idea is that we should use AI as from a consultant's perspective, or as, let's say, as an aid, or as a mean that enables us to find our needs. But at the end of the day, everything should be analyzed and everything should be criticized.
Thank you so much, Mr. Idrisi. Dr. Bezhaf, if you are with us. Okay, Mr. Bilal and Dr. Reem, if
well, I'm still here. Yeah, I heard the question. It's interesting. We can locate or identify the research gap from the literature review automation. But then we have to ask the question whether it's relevant and significant or not. Does it align with current trends? Does it address a real-world problem? We need to evaluate this research gap against other sources. In fact, we cannot rely on what is given to us by AI, because it can make errors. That's it. Thank you.
Yeah, indeed. Thank you, Dr. Bezhaf. Indeed, Dr. Professor Reem have mentioned it earlier, using linked PDFs or connected PDFs, or and also Mr. Amedyaz have mentioned using Mendeley and those platforms in which we can find articles that might facilitate our search in the literature in order to find the research gap. Yes, Mr. Amedyaz, yes. Please activate the mic. Activate the mic, please. Mr. Amedyaz.
Ahmed, I can add that finding the research gap isn't an easy task. Applying for a doctorate, depends upon writing a proposal, and the proposal, one of the elements or the important elements of the proposal for a PhD is the abstract. And in the abstract, you keep, mentioning why you are applying for this, this doctorate, and this depends upon some gaps or such gaps that you have already finding a research gap needs reading and reading and reading, and since AI, now is I can see that it is a must. We a researcher can balance between reading and searching using those artificial intelligence tools, but he or she has not to fully depend on those tools, and which means that we need some, to use those artificial intelligence tools by which we search, in a critical way, and not fully depend on them. Yes.
Thank you so much. Indeed, these artificial intelligence tools are learning from humans or are trained by humans, and some may use these artificial intelligence to train humans as well. So, uh, any final words before we conclude this conference, Professor Ben Zahaf?
Thank you very much. Thank you all. I had the pleasure of giving my presentation here today with you. Artificial intelligence, as my colleagues and the fellow researchers said, it's transforming research. It's making life easier, in fact. But we need to use it cautiously. We need to exercise our critical thinking. It has pros, but it has also cons, because it sometimes makes mistakes. It fabricates, it hallucinates. So we have to be on our guard against these disadvantages, and we need to make use of it in our research to transform it and to move forward. Thank you all.
Thank you, Professor Idrisi.
Well, first of all, it was a great pleasure for me to be here with you again, sharing my articles, findings with the audience and your distinguished speakers, by the way, including Professor Ben Zahaf, Si Bilal, Professor Reem, and Professor Saeed. It's so happy to be here with you. And happy Ramadan, and thank you all for being here. Okay.
Thank you, Professor Reem.
Thank you all. It was a pleasure. I was really happy to take place and participate in this academic exchange. As Professor Ben Zahaf has mentioned, AI is both a blessing and a curse at the same time. So it should be approached cautiously from researchers and students. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Reem. Mr. Amedyaz also. Yeah.
Thank you so much. It is a great pleasure to have participated with you with such with such amazing colleagues and professors. It is I have just to add. Artificial intelligence must be regarded, as a facilitator, as a simplifier, but it is not it should not be regarded by researchers, as an end, as already mentioned by Professor, Mohammed Idrisi. Thank you so much, and it is a great pleasure once again. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. As we conclude this enlightening conference, we extend our heartfelt gratitude to all speakers, Dr. Bush Ibn Zahaf, Professor Ismail Dahya, Professor Al-Arj Reem, and Professor Belal Amedyaz, and Professor Mohammed Idrisi. Thanks to all the Academy's members and organizers who have contributed to making this event successful. Today we have explored innovative approaches to integrating technology in research, in education, and particularly we have been talking about the transformative power that artificial intelligence has. It is transforming all our practices, even so if they are in the research or in the teaching or practices. The insights shared highlighted critical, theoretical, and practical insights also. As we move forward, I hope we can continue fostering this collaboration between researchers in order to share the best practices and to support one another in navigating the dynamics of the new area of research and artificial intelligence. Thank you once again for your active participation and engagement. We look forward to interacting with you at our future scientific events, lectures, or conferences. When we can continue to exchange ideas and drive positive change in research, linguistics, culture, gender, education, and other disciplines. Thank you so much. Enjoy your meal.
Thank you very much. See you
Thank you.
all.
Sure.
Thank you.